Okay, you guys, I'm sorry I I cut away. I was talking for quite a while before I realized the camera was dead. So now that I'm back and have the camera going again, I'll show you what I've been doing. I went ahead and put the pilot house together. This is what it's going to look like. It's got like the funky late 1950s, 1960s oval shaped windows. One on this side, one on the back with an open, I don't know what size you would call it. It's got angles cut off at the door for like I don't know, octagonal shape, I guess, or hexagon. It's going to go on the top here. And then I also have this piece of balsa wood, stripped wood, that I put together and measured. It's going to go on there as a railing. And you can't see very good with that light, but I have a piece of railing here from the Fowler set that I mentioned earlier. And that's going to go right here on the top and the front. You'll be able to see it a lot easier in the daylight tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting this part together. I'm going to glue the wood on first, since it's going to be the pain in the butt to work with. I want to have to work with it first. Mainly because this also sets the guide for how the railing is going to be added later. So I'll go ahead and get this glued on, and then after this I'll do the railing, and then I'll pick up the camera again and show you a close-up of how that looks. After I do this and get this on, I have a few other little detail things I'm going to show you of what I'm going to add on the ferry itself. Nice. And I'll put the pilot house right up to the corner of that. Maybe a little back further. Okay, you can kind of get how that's going to go on there. That's how it's basically going to look. And I don't know how far back the video would have gone, because I was talking for quite a while before I realized the battery was dead. But I have another railing here. I'm not quite sure where I'll put it yet. Maybe along this side. Yeah, that'll be perfect, right along this side over here. And then I have also some little details like that brake piece from the TTX well car. What I'm going to do with that is put a dab of glue on this flat piece on the back and stick it to the front of the pilot house, oddly enough. To where it just rests on the top of the flooring. So now you can see it there. It's not prototype, but it looks kind of cool, like it belongs there. Like, I don't know what it is, but neither will anybody else. And that's what's gonna make this kit stand out. It's gonna have a lot of little details on it. People are gonna see the details, they're gonna wonder what they're for. They'll ask me questions. Who knows if I'll make something up, or I'll just tell them, hey, I just threw it together because I could. Functionality wise, it'd be nearly impossible to find every little detail part that a real boat, ferry, or whatever would come with. And actually take the time to find out where they go and add them all to the ferry itself. I don't want to take that time and do all that. So for me, for now, this is good enough. This is how the kit is going to be put together. This is kind of annoying me, so I'm going to take it off and do it. Ouch, I glued my finger to the wall. I glued my other finger to the wall. I'm not having an easy time right now, am I? Arrgh. There we go, right there. I want you right there, don't come off. Now that I got it stuck on there where I want, I will take and put some glue on some of these railings. To get it to stick, and I'll take my cotton rag, get it right up close to there, and it'll suck the excess glue right out of there with the cotton fiber. I'll give a little bit of time for this to dry, and when we come back you'll see how it looks when it's put together, and maybe I'll cut the roof out and stick it on there. So see you guys. Okay you guys, so here we go again, we're back. As you can see, it's got a full load of cars. That's about how many it can hold. The pilot house is on there. I've just set the wooden benches on there for now, they're not glued down. But right now I'm working on the this tall stick thing here. I don't know if you can see this, but what this is, it is a sprue from one of the Walther's kits that you cut the good parts off of. Well, this is a part that's usually thrown away. It was kind of a funky shaped, I don't know what you would call it, half a rectangle, with these little nipples jutting out here. I've drilled holes up in the end and glued some ropes up in there. And I've cut two little brass hooks off of my spool of brass wire. And I'm going to cut these ropes a little short, glue the hooks to them, and then I can hook the eyelets to this lifeboat that I have. You can see I glued the little, if I can get it on there, those little brown eyelets actually came with the car float apron, but I'm using them on this lifeboat. Those little brass hooks are going to go through those O-rings, and let me put this back straight again. Where is it? And then the boat will hang right here off the side of the barge, or car float, or whatever the hell this thing is. Car Ferry, that's right. So that's what's happening next. I have my little anchor. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and do something else next. Move this out of the way real quick. I'm going to take the whole pilot house off of here. I must have gotten some glue on there somewhere along the way. Whoa, this is not good. How in the hell did that get on there? Am I ripping it? Oh, it's just stuck in a hole. Okay, So anyway, take the pilot house off. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife with a number 11 blade. Up here in the corner, I'm going to drill a hole with the X-Acto knife. Actually, first I'll use my pin drill. Get the hole started. Okay. And then put this in the hole. Make it slightly bigger. Don't know exactly how big it has to be. Slightly bigger, I don't want to push too hard. Okay, and there's my smokestack. Underneath inside, down under here, I will put a brass tube and then paint it to make it look like an extended smokestack that comes out the top of the pilot house. I do know that I'm not sure the years that it was required, but I do know that exhaust and fumes and fuel and all that had to be away from the passengers, so that nice tall smokestack on there will work. This was an extra smokestack from, if you can see that right there, from the Kibri tugboat that I had. So I have that on there. I will do all of the detailing and everything, and then I'll worry about glass windows inside of the pilot house. You know, the glass that goes in there. I glued two F-unit horns on the top. I have a whole bag of these little F-unit horns. I'm almost out. I had about 50 in there. I think I'm down to 5 horns. So I've used them on quite a bit of different models and stuff. The lifeboat came off of an old kit model that's not model railroad related, but it works for what it is. The ropes on the little bracket are ready to go, so I'll go ahead and try to cut those off the same length, and then try to get the brass hooks on there. I'll go ahead and set the boat up here where I want it to go, and I'll know about how long I want these ropes to be. They have to be even, or one side of the boat will be caught down on an angle. I don't want that to happen. So I'll use my ruler, put it across here to make a straight edge line. And then cut both of them off. Keep this string for something else later. It'll go in one of my junk boxes, and I guarantee I'll end up using it on something else. I want the hooks to go outwards like this from the rope. So I'll glue it together like that.
Geico presents a man who just saved on his motorcycle insurance.
And
question. You like apples? I'll get to that in a minute.
There we go.
First, check out my motorcycle. Planes? Yep. Saddlebags? Yep. Room for two? Negatory. Sorry, ladies. I ride solo.
We'll glue the brass wire to the rope.
Oh, don't cry? Ensuring this beast was crazy easy. Called Geico and boom, saved enough to buy a sidecar. Now if you dry your tears, I might just let you ride in it. Geico motorcycle. See how much you could save.
This is going to be a
a
pain in the butt to get this to work, but I don't have much of a choice when it comes to this.
You must have the new HTC One M8 Harman Kardon edition with Clarify. It restores the quality of your MP3s so your music sounds the way it was intended. This next track sounds the way I feel.
Okay, I got one hook on there.
Yes, that's better.
Turn this around and try and get the other hook on there. Put some glue on the rope first. Stick the hook to it. Let's see if this works. Come on, you bugger. My fingers are so big, I don't think I can do it with just my fingers. Yeah, maybe.
Restrictions apply. Visit Sprint.com for details.
Well, it hooked.
With a Sam's Club membership, you get incredible savings every time you shop. For a limited time, Sam's Club members get a savings book with more
Okay, they're
than
glued.
$500 in extra savings.
I got the hooks glued to the little ropes. Well, they're strings, but to HO scale guys, they're big ropes, they're cables.
Come into Sam's Club to get your savings book.
I don't know what they use.
$500 in extra savings. Join and
Like
save.
the repelling ropes, or what they call it, nylon ropes. I don't know if they had those back in the 50s, or actually this would be updated to the 70s, so
Yeah, we've been here before.
not sure.
Neighborhood Center at Northwest Crossing. Maybe it's time for a mind, body, soul stroll of your own.
I want the pilot house on there.
Mexican fare.
Italian.
I'm thinking I'll glue this to the top of that stick, but I haven't fixed that stick yet.
I feel more well-traveled already.
So,
Northwest Crossing. You can grab a latte.
oh, I have a little grabber tool.
Yeah, I saw a sign for frozen yoga.
You should get your eyes checked at this optical store.
What?
I had an alligator clip grabber tool around here.
Tasty toppings.
I used it for something and I think I lost
With
it.
tasty toppings?
Not yogurt.
So,
yoga.
I gotta go. I'm running out of memory.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Be right back.
Stroll to Parks Trail